Hey, welcome everybody. My name is Ellen. I'm the founder of the Warrior Instructor Academy, and I'm here to share with you the incredible value that adding the Warrior formats is to your schedule and your classes, whether you are an owner operator or a manager or an instructor, or you wear multiple hats. That's what we're going to dive into. So, welcome and thank you. I've been teaching actually now for 23 years. Like I said, I'm the founder and creator of Warrior Instructor Academy. I'll dive deeper into that through this presentation. I'm also a fitness director. So, I know what it is, I know what it means to need to balance the intricacies of what I like to call a big jigsaw puzzle, which is our group fitness schedule. And also, I am a Lululemon Legacy ambassador. Here's the club that I facilitate and manage. There are 8 studios for group exercise within this behemoth, beautiful facility. It is 100,000 square feet. It is a historic building in downtown Eugene. This is just really one side of it. It spans 2 full city blocks. You have to go under the street, under a tunnel, or across the sidewalk, as the case may be, to get from one side to the other. It is absolutely the most stunning facility. And so I just again share that with you just to let you know that I do understand what it means to need to take care of the needs of our members with different types of group exercise programming. I started as, the kind of instructor that would mop the floor, pick up hairballs, pick up somebody's piece of chewed gum out of the water fountain that they left it in. Always kind of had this work ethic that was worked as if the owner was watching, even if he or she was not there. And I've been so blessed. In a nutshell, many years later, the picture on the right, that's me, very many wrinkles, very many gray hairs, and many hours of tattoo later. That is me on the right under my ambassador picture in the store. And I've been very blessed along the way. So a little about Warrior. Warrior Rhythm, Warrior Strength, and Warrior Combat deliver classic modalities like yoga, functional training, and kickboxing in thrilling, super original ways. Being a warrior taps into a sense of empowerment and self-confidence, both for instructors and students alike. All right, here we go. So, born in the beginning of a pandemic, January of 2020 is when I launched Warrior Rhythm. 3 months later, the pandemic hit. 6 months after our launch of Warrior Rhythm, we launched Warrior Strength, and soon after that, Warrior Kids. We'll touch on Warrior Kids tonight a little bit. And then in January of this year, 2023, we launched Warrior Combat. So we have 3 Warrior Rhythm, Warrior Strength, Warrior Combat, fully accredited group exercise programs, and we are represented and taught in 13 countries. Here's a little bit about those programs.
Warrior formats are for everybody and every body. Warrior Rhythm is a fitness fusion. It weaves together mindfulness, weightlifting, and HIIT training, but is primarily a rebel yoga flow. It is a beautiful expression of movement and music, making yoga feel like dance. Warrior Rhythm's heart and hip opening lend themselves to a very emotional, cathartic experience, tapping into your inner wild thing. Warrior Strength puts the fun in functional training. It includes mobility, strength training, cardiovascular conditioning, agility, and coordination. It has 2 sections, one that targets your heart rate, and the other that focuses on lifting weights with unique and original formulas. Inner Strength is the name of the game. Warrior Combat unleashes the fighter in you with a you versus you mindset. It includes timed intervals and movements synchronized to music with a strong focus on self-confidence and empowerment. This format is fierce and powerful and leaves everyone feeling like a badass. Find out more at warriorinstructors.com. Rebels Wanted.
All right, let's keep it moving. Our slogan for Warrior Rhythm is come as you are. For warrior strength, it's all shapes, all sizes. And for combat, it is keep fighting. Our core values are that we are different, like we stand out. We're inclusive, we're supportive. That includes being a non gossipy community. We're authentic and we are curious. Those are our core values as a brand. Our mission is we exist to provide a safe space for individuals to celebrate who they are. Notice that doesn't even reference fitness because we want our formats to transcend the superficial, to transcend the abs and buns and weight loss type rhetoric and be about something higher, something more meaningful, a place of self-expression and self-acceptance and self-confidence. Our vision is to become a mainstream group exercise format, caring more about self-acceptance and building others up than counting calories. And we are accredited by ACE, NASM, AFA. We are sponsors of and partners of URSA. Warrior Rhythm has Yoga Alliance CECs, since that's our yoga inspired brand. And all of our programs are also accredited in Canada with CanFit Pro. Let's first talk about Warrior Rhythm since it was the first program born. And I'm going to try to roll through this real fast to just whet your appetite for each of these formats. So this is kind of the description that would go on your schedule. Ever wish you loved yoga? Warrior Rhythm is the bridge between classic group exercise and traditional yoga with its rebel vibe, edgy playlist, and unconventionally sweaty flows. This format will rock your world. We intertwine mindfulness, yoga, weightlifting, and even HIIT training into an extraordinary experience. We are where woo-woo meets woohoo. Yeah, we are really trying to, we really are, not trying to, we really are successfully um, reaching the demographic, this niche demographic that is actually quite large, that is people that wish they liked yoga, but if they're really, really honest with themselves, they don't. They don't have the temperament for it. They have trouble sitting still. They get bored easily. So that's really our lane. Like I said, it's a fusion. So it weaves together mindfulness, weightlifting, HIIT training, and yoga. So the mindfulness is a cool piece. There's a kind of a theme for each lesson, whether it's vulnerability or humility or self-awareness or being present. Like there's so many where different themes that we suggest that instructors use when teaching their classes. We have a template, like a beautiful sequence that we build every single lesson, and we go through this in certification. I'm not going to take our time now, but it is a really like stunning sequencing with a lot of science behind it and exercise psychology. Once you learn your first lesson and this template, it's pretty simple to learn subsequent lessons. All of our formats, I know we're talking about Warrior Rhythm right now, but they all have quarterly memberships that release, teaching strategy videos, tools about accessibility, like how to teach to people that have trouble getting up and down off the floor, that might need to use props, that kind of stuff. We have bonus content. We have different perks, so many different perks. And this is kind of like what a look at our membership looks like. Again, for each brand, even though right now this is showing Rhythm, we have in the upper left-hand corner, you see that there's a teaching video. And in that video, there's different bodies and different body types showing different levels of intensity. We have marketing materials as indicated by this video right here. Not just video marketing materials for you to promote the launch of each lesson every quarter, but also marketing materials for posters and for social media graphics and stuff like that. Then we also have a teaching strategy video. So in this particular case right here, I'm talking about the difference between Cobra and Sphinx pose because we introduced Sphinx pose to this lesson. Here's a look at what our notes look like. There's a timestamp on the left. There's lyrics in that second column. Then there's the move you're doing in the third column and how many counts you're in it in the fourth. We teach all this stuff in the training. We teach everything, including musicality, how to move to music, how to cue to music, form and technique, all that jazz. Oops, let me back up. And we do pride ourselves on being accessible. I mean, you'll see it in our marketing. You saw it in the mission and vision and in our slogans. We really do want to reach all levels, all shapes, all sizes. Come as you are, even if that means you can't get up and down off the floor. So we show, again, how to do all of our sequencing off the floor. Warrior Strength is like the easiest format in the world to teach. In fact, if someone's never taught before, this is the program to start with. It's just so simple. It's also like your meat and potatoes of a workout. Everyone needs, where like Warrior Rhythm is a little more niche because it has more of the yoga flavor, Warrior Combat is a little more niche because it has more of the boxing flavor. Warrior Strength is like your basic. It's like your meat and potatoes. Like everyone knows they need to work on their cardiovascular and respiratory training system, rather. They need to do HIIT training, and everyone knows they need to lift weights. And so this is both. This is cardiovascular training and weightlifting in this like very palatable, very easy to teach, very easy to feel successful doing as a participant. We use a timer. The timer plays the music. The timer tells you what move you're doing and what move is coming next. I mean, it's literally like, it's just, for lack of a better term, like it's idiot proof. Like it takes 0 brain cells. We love how easy that program is to teach, Warrior Strength. So it's for all levels and all types. It's functional training, and functional training helps us live life better and more joyfully. That's what I love to say about Warrior Strength. Yeah, there's 30-minute options. There's 60-minute options. So you can break the pieces in half. Let's talk about that next. So Cardio Countdown has these stations that count down 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, this is the cardio portion. This is the cardio half hour of the class, and it's really designed to be HIIT training, to make people sweaty and breathless. And yet it has this bell curve, this gentle ramp up. So it starts with mobility, like as an extension of the warm up. And then it goes into this section where we use more explosive movements, larger muscle groups. And then we go into sweat, which is actually a Tabata. So we're asking people for the first time to work as hard as they possibly can for 20 seconds. But by then their body's so ready. Then we go into agility and coordination. We take their mind off of like how hard it is, because they're having to coordinate some funky moves. They're up. What are their arms and legs doing? And then I'm not even going to tell you what focus and play are, because you got to get certified to know all the goods. All right. And then in Get Pumped, the weightlifting section of Warrior Strength, the formulas, it says question mark, question mark, anything can happen. The formulas are never the same. So we are, to date this video, we are 16 lessons in to this program, and the formulas are never the same, whether we're counting reps or we have a partner formula, or we're doing antagonist and agonist, or whether we're doing push pull or slow eccentric or burnout pulses, or choose your own adventure, or stacked, or rep escalation, or rep de-escalation. We have so many formulas. We have a unilateral formula. We have an isometric formula, on and on and on. And we mix up the order because it's important when you weight lift. And this might be different than programs you've seen or even have on your schedule or even teach. It's important when you weightlift to disrupt or perturb the adaptation response. Our bodies are really good at adapting to the demands we place on them, and therefore then hitting a plateau. So in order to weightlift in a really like effective, productive way, we need to keep changing the stimulus, that meaning the formulas, the sequencing, all that stuff. And we do that in Warrior Strength. Now, if you are a member of Warrior Strength and certified, you can teach Warrior Kids. Guess what? We're not making any money off this program because we don't want to. It's the cost of a cup of coffee. It's $3.99. That's actually less than a cup of coffee if you're in San Francisco. I know, I was just there, to teach Warrior Kids. It is a 30-minute version of our cardio portion of Warrior Strength. Take a look here. It's a 40-second clip.
A new lesson of Cardio Countdown for Kids is here. Warrior Kids was created to provide your gym, school, boys and girls club, church, homeschool co-op, summer camp, park, or even backyard with a fun youth class that engages body and mind. You can expect 6 stations with fun, simple, dynamic movements. There's get in motion, heat it up, Tabata time, move your feet, strong on the inside, and playtime. Let's make an impact in your community, one kid at a time. Bring it to your facility today.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk about Warrior Combat and then wrap things up here. All right. Warrior Combat, the description. Warrior Combat is boxing inspired, powerful, and fierce. It's for everybody and every body. Warrior Combat has two 30-minute sections. These sections are distinguished by timed intervals and move synchronized to music. Both include boxing combinations, HIIT training, total body conditioning, and strength. And they use dumbbells. So let me go into that here in the next part. So the first half hour has this pattern. Again, this is set to these are timed intervals. So we're not moving to music. You do boxing combinations for 3 minutes. It's pretty cerebral. You're in your head. You're having to kind of remember these layers for these 3 minutes, which is 90 seconds on your right lead and 90 seconds on your left lead. It's pretty cerebral. You're kind of having to think about like, what's the sequence? Wait, we just added a punch or a kick. What is it? All right. And then we go into conditioning, which is like, then your brain gets a break, but your heart rate does not. That's like athletic conditioning. And then we go into this core and lift sections where we literally grab dumbbells and we lift. Notice the intervals go 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, and then a knockout round. But that combos, conditioning, core, and lift sequencing never changes. In fact, drum roll, we carry it into the back half hour of class, but now we're moving to music. We like to call this like the dance party. Not that it's dancey. We have a very authentic, gritty vibe. So it's not like it's dancey, but it is moving to music. So it's starting to harness the power of the beat and all that stuff and the lyrics. And oh, it's so good. But same sort of formula of combinations. Think a lot, stop thinking, get your heart rate up, let your heart rate come down, lift. Love it. Oh, let me back up. And then we have a booty section at the end. All right. We are on a wild tour, not to date this video, of traveling the world, international this year on the conference tour. And I'm just going to like show you how much energy we bring. These are just instructors that come to the conferences and rock out. Like we are making such a splash, and our team and our culture and the energy is just incredible. We just got back from IDEA. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. You can connect with me on Instagram, where I think I live. I think that's my office. On Facebook occasionally, but always at my email, ellen@warriorinstructors.com. And really, seriously, book a certification. We have different ways we can certify you or your instructors in all 3 formats. We have a self-study, which is self-paced online. There's an exam at the end that you have to get a 90% on because it's not hands-on and you don't have a master trainer working with you and watching you. So that's very like hands-off. That works for some people, that self-study, but our best options are live with a master trainer, whether it's on Zoom and we're interacting like this live in real time, or whether it's in person at your facility, which is of course the creme de la creme of our certification offerings. So please hit me up, reach out, and book a warrior instructor certification at your facility. We are license free. We are new. We are relevant. We are original, and we're making a difference in people's lives. Thank you so much for watching this video and for bringing warrior to your team.